Hi there, I'm Cassandra with Freeman, and I'm here to talk with you about APTA, Transform, and Expo 2026. We'll talk about all that you need to know to have a successful show. Alright, let's hop in. We'll start off with important details about pre-show planning, and then move into labor services and how to set yourself up for success. After that, we'll talk through mastering move-in and move-out, and lastly, talk through best practices to make sure that you're show ready. Starting out, I want to remind you that there are many different aspects that you'll want to think about when you're planning for your show. You'll need to think through shipping and material handling, labor services that will be within your booth space, and products and services that you'll need too. Because of this, we say that it takes on average about 45 days from the first date of move-in to get started. We want to also remind you that since this show is in a new city, you'll want to plan ahead to make sure that you and your team are prepared when you're on site. I also encourage you to order products and services by the discount deadline date. This is important to save the most amount of money and to get the best return on investment. To assist in your planning, Freeman will send out some pre-show emails to make sure that you and your team are prepared. These emails go out to the contact we have on file, and the first one comes out 14 weeks before show opens. It has some exhibitor resources and ways to get started. The second email comes out 1 week before the discount deadline, and it's a reminder to order soon to save. And that third email will come out 1 week before show opens, and it gives helpful tips and on-site resources so that you can reach out to anyone if you need assistance while you're on site. These emails will all take you to Freeman Online, our online ordering platform. If you need assistance while you're on site, our exhibitor services team will be there to support you. Look for a Contact Us flyer left in your exhibit space that has our contact information on it. You can reach out to us without ever leaving your booth space. Remember to also resolve issues on site before the show closes to ensure a smooth experience. This also will assist in timely resolution and prevents post-event complications. Now we'll move into labor services. Labor services can be a little bit confusing and challenging sometimes, so we'll talk through labor jurisdictions, which are what you can and cannot do within your booth space, and then we'll talk through how Freeman can assist you to make sure that you have a great show. In Chicago, full-time employees are those on the company payroll for at least 6 months. Temporary staff and freelancers are not considered full-time employees. Work beyond what full-time employees or an approved EAC can complete can be rendered by union personnel. Full-time employees may set up and/or tear down their own booth materials. You can also open boxes, stock shelves, and distribute and set product. If you'd like, you can unload your own vehicle at designated McCormick Place ASUV unloading and loading areas, as long as the vehicle is not a commercially registered vehicle. If you do this, you can use your own dollies, luggage carriers, or hand trucks. You may also use ladders and hand-powered tools. Be sure to review the building safety guidelines. Lastly, you can deliver and set up your own computers, monitors, and AV equipment. Please note that full-time employees are prohibited from using scooters, forklifts, pallet jacks, or any other motorized equipment. If you need assistance with installation, adjustments, or dismantle labor within your booth, Freeman can assist with display labor services. Display labor rates are per person per hour, and the start time can only be guaranteed at the beginning of the working day. So if you need labor for any other part of the day, you'll want to be sure to check in at the exhibitor services desk to pick up your labor team. Freeman supervised jobs are available, which means that if your team can't be on site to supervise labor, Freeman can make sure that the job gets completed. If Freeman is supervising that labor, we'll make sure that installation is completed before the show opens, and we'll make sure that dismantle labor is completed before the hall must be cleared. At McCormick, Freeman is the official contractor for hanging signs and overhead rigging. Remember to check exhibit hall rules and guidelines to make sure that your hanging signs or items are in compliance. Rates are per crew per hour, and again, that start time can only be guaranteed at the beginning of each working day. Exhibitors must also submit a structural integrity form, which lets us know that your items are safe to be placed above head, since you, other exhibitors, and attendees will be walking underneath them. Please arrange for shipping to the advance warehouse for your hanging signs, and you can use the hanging sign shipping labels that are available on Freeman Online. When you use these labels, it lets us know that you have shipped in a hanging sign, and we are able to start putting it up before you get to show site. Remember also that stamped certification from an appropriately qualified design professional is needed. This affirms structural integrity, calculations, and specifications for any custom-built suspended elements. And for safety, exhibitors are not permitted to assemble their own hanging signs. Because of this, you'll want to be sure to order assembly labor if needed, in addition to labor to install your sign. You may need electrical and utility solutions. Remember to order in advance for best pricing and so that they can be installed prior to your arrival. Provide complete information, including your floor plan, booth orientation, location and load of the main power drop, and on-site contacts. During move-in, power is available daily from 7 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. If you have an item that needs extended power, 24-hour access is available. We have helpful resources like the usage guide on Freeman Online. This guide will assist you with understanding how much power you may need for the items that you'll have placed in your booth. If you're ordering electrical or utility services, you'll want to be sure to know the difference between floor work and booth work. Floor work is when wiring, conduit, or outlets are placed underneath carpet or flooring. It also consists of electrical or utility work that must be completed before flooring is installed. This labor can only be performed by Freeman, the official electrical contractor. Labor is required for any electrical work over and above the delivery of outlets to the back of inline booths and can be ordered on Freeman Online. We also require a floor plan with outlet placement in advance for these orders. All floor work labor requires a booth layout to be submitted along with the order to ensure proper placement of cords and outlets. You can submit a floor plan that matches your booth size with instructions online too. Booth work is standard in booth or above floor electrical labor. This also consists of electrical or utility work performed after carpet or flooring is installed, and includes wiring through the booth structure, truss, or overhead lighting. This labor can be performed by Freeman or an exhibitor-appointed contractor that is in compliance with show rules. Booth work may require exhibitor supervision during setup. Please remember that a floor plan must be submitted with this order for Freeman supervised labor, ensuring that we can install prior to your arrival. We do have an easy grid available online to make providing your floor plan easier, or you can provide your own. Whether you need floor work, booth work, or both, we encourage you to order early to avoid delays and additional cost after the discount deadline. As you plan, think through these cost-saving tips. Remember to review the Resource Center to understand important dates and vendor discount deadlines. Maximize your move-in and move-out by scheduling your labor for straight time. And include your setup instructions with your labor orders and inside of any crates that you may have. If you can, consolidate your shipments and avoid late to warehouse fees by having your items delivered to the advance warehouse before the deadline. Complete your payments before any deadlines and before arriving on site to avoid any on-site delays and to confirm your services. Lastly, arrange freight forwarding and customs clearance early to prevent last-minute complications. Phoenix International Business Logistics is available for assistance. Mastering move in and move out is just as important to ensuring you have a great show site experience. Understanding your freight target and choosing whether you will deliver your freight to the advanced warehouse or direct to show site impacts your move-in. If you ship your freight to the advanced warehouse before move-in begins, your freight will be delivered to and placed in your booth by your target date and time. This option is best for exhibitors who want their freight waiting in their booth space at move-in for a smoother experience. When your items are waiting for you in your booth, you can begin setup as soon as you get to show site. Please note that freight arriving after the warehouse deadline will incur additional cost. It may also be rerouted to the show site, which may possibly cause delays in your freight getting to your booth. If you ship your freight directly to the show site, your freight carrier will arrive during your assigned target move-in window at the show facility. Freight may be delayed due to loading dock congestion or your carrier arriving late. Show site shipments must arrive within an assigned target window, and carriers must proceed to the marshaling yard first before being dispatched to the facility loading dock to unload your freight. Direct-to-show shipments are best for exhibitors with oversized or heavy shipments that cannot be accepted at the warehouse. Please note that if your carrier misses your assigned window, your freight may face additional waiting time. We want you to feel at ease during move-in and move-out, so here are 3 quick tips to schedule labor for success. First, plan for potential freight delays. If you ship your items to show site, be sure to plan wisely and schedule labor for the next day during available time slots. This is very important because if you have an 8 a.m. target time, that means that your truck can check in at the marshaling yard at 8 a.m. But the unloading of your carrier's truck may not start until mid-morning, which means that if you schedule your labor to begin at 8 a.m., your installation work will not be completed. This can cause potential headaches because you will have to reschedule your labor and it will disrupt your move-in plans. Second, avoid unnecessary overtime. Straight time and overtime are billing rates at which a customer is charged based on the date and time the labor is performed. Overtime rates begin after 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, and all day Saturday and Sunday is double time. If you can, we encourage you to schedule your labor for straight time to save money. Lastly, use show approved or union labor only. Hiring workers who are inexperienced or unapproved may delay your booth installation or dismantle. If you choose to work with an exhibitor-appointed contractor, remember to communicate freight timing to them so that they'll know when your freight is expected to be delivered. This will help prevent idle labor and preventable costs from them. Your event is marshaled, which means that any carrier delivering shipments direct to show site will need to stop at the marshaling yard before being unloaded at the facility. Marshaling yards are used to stage trucks and prevent congestion at the loading docks during move-in and move-out. The address of the marshaling yard is 3050 South Moe Drive, Chicago, Illinois, 60616. Be sure to provide this address to your carrier so that they can check in there before being assigned a number and being dispatched to the facility once loading space is available. Your carrier will be required to have a certified weight ticket when checking into the marshaling yard. If they don't have a weight ticket, there is a fees-based scale on site. Additional scales are located near the marshaling yard. Additionally, McCormick Place charges fees for entrance, overnight storage, and scale use. Please visit their website for additional information to provide to your carrier. To make your move out more predictable, priority empty return labels are offered on Freeman Online. This service guarantees that empty containers are returned within 2.5 hours of event close. One label is needed for each container you'd like to receive within that 2.5 hour guarantee. There's only a limited quantity available to ensure that we keep that guarantee. So if you're interested in this service, be sure to order your labels when you're ordering your other products and services on Freeman Online. McCormick Place offers exhibitor optional unloading of personally owned vehicles with their automobile and small utility vehicle program, also known as ASUV. To receive this complimentary service, please check in at the marshalling yard. And after check-in, you'll be directed to proceed to the facility where your vehicle must be unloaded within 20 minutes. Remember that only hand carry or use of exhibitor-owned hand cards is permitted. This service will be available during move-in and move-out. For additional information, including dates and times, please view the ASUV guidelines on the McCormick Place website. When the event closes, remember to review and close all vendor invoices. This is important so that you don't have to worry about any discrepancies once you've left show site. Remember to also schedule dismantle labor during straight time and confirm your orders. When your shipments are packed, complete the material handling agreement for each separate destination. Label every container being shipped and then notify your outbound carrier for pickup. Our exhibitor services team will be available on site to assist you with any needs that you may have. If you'd like to self-serve without leaving the comfort of your booth, we have a few options available on Freeman Online. On the homepage, you'll see the Concierge Services tile, where you can request services directly from your booth. Within the Notifications tile, you can set up and view important live event notifications for you and your team. This is especially helpful because you can set up freight alerts. This alert notifies you when your empty containers are brought back to your booth space during move-out. Lastly, using the Show Move Out tile, you may submit and finalize your outbound paperwork digitally. As I begin to wrap up, I'll leave you with move-in and move-out best practices. Plan to arrive with enough time to set up your booth and allow extra time during your departure plans for empty freight return and booth teardown. In advance, choose a trade show experienced carrier to ensure reliable delivery, proper freight handling, on-time arrival, and smooth customs clearance. This assists in avoiding delays, damage, and unexpected costs. Order your labor services to begin after your freight arrival. And before show opening, check out your space to ensure all shipments have arrived and confirm all orders have been completed or are in process. If shipments contain non-valuables, your MHA has been submitted, and your material is packed and labeled properly, you are welcome to leave the exhibit floor. If shipments contain valuables, it's recommended you wait for your carrier to arrive or hire booth security. Before departing, stop by the service desk and any specialty vendors to review and settle all invoices. Well, that's all I have for you. If you need assistance while you're planning, or if you have any questions, our exhibitor support team is here to support you. We have many different methods to contact us. Feel free to reach us by phone, text, WhatsApp, or chat. If you're an international customer, you can reach us by email. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you have a great show.